Hi, this video is going to show about our one used and 4x4 4K60 matrix switcher. So here we have the setup. Basically, it's the front panel of the 4K60 4x4 HD matrix switcher. You will have a LCD screen here. Basically, it will show the switching status, the IP address, all the EDRD informations, and the input buttons, output buttons. And for the button switching, we can just press the input, then press the up button, then we can finish the switching. We can check it out. And on this side we have the control, and mainly for the EDRD and also for the signal record and save. Here we have the IR sensor, which is for the IR remote control for the matrix switcher. And on the side panel we have the rack gears. It's able to uninstall just like 3 screws on this side. That's it. And then here on the back panel we have the HDMI, 4 HDMI inputs, 4 HDMI outputs, the audio out. For the audio out, basically you can select from the 4 HDMI inputs. Then we have the RS232, and we will have 3 RS232 ports, and then we have 1 is for the control the other device. Basically, we can just fill out the commands, then we can control the device. Then on this side, we have the line port and the power supply, and a power off and on button here. So for this matrix switcher, basically we can use the Wi-Fi. Then we can have the application control. So here I have this line cable connected to the Wi-Fi router here. So later on, we can just show you how to have the Wi-Fi control through the application control or through the web GUI. Okay, so let's just check out from the front push button control first. Okay, so like I mentioned before, if we can switch the input 1 to all the outputs, we can just select the input, then press the output. Then we can finish the switching. If we want to switch like 1 by 1 and 4 screens showing 4 different sources, we can select the source, then we press the shortcut button here. We can press the enter button. Then it will show like 4 different sources on the 4 displays. But if you want to switch the input 3 to all the outputs, all the screens show the same, we can just press the up button. Then you will have all the displays showing the same contents. And also the same for output 4. But if we just find out like we didn't want to have this showing up, if we want to disconnect, we'll just press the done button. It will cancel the switchings. And again, we'll press the button, then we can have the switchings. And press the enter button, which for like 1 by 1 switching for the 4 screens shown differently. Okay, so except the push button, we have the IR remote control. So for the IR remote control, we're just like the same. If you want to switch the input 1, then just select or input 2, select input 2 here. Then press the out button 1 by 1 directly. Okay. And also the same, if you want to switch the input 1, press the input button 1, and we can see the button lights also change accordingly. So switch to input 1, 2, 3, and the input 4, output 4. So basically for the remote control, which is the same as the push button, we just press the input first. Like right now, if we want to switch the input 4 and to the output 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this is the IR remote control. Except the IR remote control, then here we have the laptop. So the laptop, basically we can just use the line cable connect to the mesh switcher directly. Then we can just type the IP address of the browser here. Then we can do the controls. This is one way to do it. And let's check out how it works. Okay, so right now if I have the laptop, switch to all the displays. Then we just press the output button. Then we already got the image on the displays. Same thing, and we want to only switch like two screens are the same, two screens are differently. So just simply press the button, then we can finish the switching. Okay, make the screens are differently. Beside that one, and for the input button, for input we also can name the source accordingly, like the input 1 is laptop, input 2 is player, and the output TV1, small monitor, and also for the sender, save, and record. So basically we can just like save this one as the reload 1, or we can just have this one switch to all the outputs, save as the sender 2. Okay, so now if we want to just go back to the full screen show differently, we don't need to press the button, the input and output buttons again. We just simply press the sender record button here. Then we will get the switching status. Okay, but for changing the name and the names of the input and output, we just go to the caption here. So we can just change the all the 4 inputs at a time, then we just click submit here. The output will be the same, change, then submit here. And the country, and this one is for the country. So for the country, basically we can just check out, and we will have the name. We can name it here, and then we can just fill out the RS232 commands, like if it's using the different bar rate, or like if you want to record the sender at the same time, or we just want to use separately. So basically we can just do the changes here, then click submit. Except the caption, but we also have the configure here. So configure mainly for us to change the EDRD for the inputs, and then we can see we have the built-in inputs, but we also have the we can copy the inputs for output 1, and also the same for the other input 2, input 3, and input 4. And here we have the audio we can select from the audio from input 1, input 2, input 3, input 4. But we also can just clip the audio. And here we have the setup mainly for the IP address, bar rate, or the language changes, and account is for the username, password, and logout. Okay, so this is the web GUI control from a PC, and except this one, we also got a tablet here. So for the tablet or the mobile device to control the matrix switcher, so first we just need to make sure, and we have the line cable connect to the Wi-Fi router or a NAT switch. We just have it connect to the line ports, not the WAN ports. So connect to these ports here. Make sure the IP address of the Wi-Fi router and the matrix switcher is just the same. If we cannot find the IP address of the matrix switcher, we'll just like simply power it up, power back. Then we just wait. It will just show the IP address information here on the LCD screen. So we can see the IP address is 192.168.1.80. Okay, so now we're just back to the the tablet control. So for the tablet control, the first step, we just need to make sure, and we will have the Wi-Fi connect to the Wi-Fi router. After it's connected, then we just back to the home page. We can find the application. We call it MCS, so Matrix Control System. And just because we've already logged in before, if we didn't log in, we need to log in first. We'll just log out first. Okay, so this is the interface of the application control. First step, we just need to type the IP address of the matrix switcher, which we just saw on the LCD screen here. Then click enter. Then we will log in. After we log in, basically we can see it's actually just the same as we have on the Windows PC. So web GUI. So basically, if you want to do the switching, the same thing. Player to the outputs, TV 1, 2, 3. The same thing. Okay, let's just recode the senders to make it play all the same contents. Oh, okay. So we just save this at this one, and then we can just switch differently. Okay, just make the some difference. Save as the this one. So we need to make sure this line is for the save preset save, and this one to recall. And then we just recall to make sure the displays are showing the same contents. Okay, same contents already. Shown differently. Okay, so this is the tablet control and how we get the caption for the name changes, configure for the DID and audio selection. And setup here is for the IP address settings. If we didn't want to change the IP address of the Wi-Fi router, but we also can just change the IP address of the matrix switcher. Except using the application control, but we also can just use the browser. The same thing, we just type the IP address of the matrix switcher. It's 192.168.1.80. Okay, as we can see, just the same thing, and the username is admin. Password is the same admin. Submit. Okay, it will just the same as the application control or the web GUI control from the Windows. Okay, let's just recall this one. Recall back again. Instead of using the tablet control, web GUI control, IR push button, we also have another ways we can just use the RS232 commands. Like here, we already have the RS232 cable connected. Then we can use the RS232 commands. You can check it out here. So here we already have the RS232 connected. Then we can just send the commands and do the changes as well. So we have the input one, switch to audio outputs. Input 2 to audio outputs. And also we can have like input 4 to audio outputs. Or we can have input 3 to the output 3 as well. Just like in the commands. So with the RS232 or the UDP and TCP control, we can have our matrix switcher controlled by the third-party device like the Extron, Crescent, or the RTI, or the Control 4, or those devices. Okay, thank you.